Today I'm going to share with you about the Northwest Portland area, specifically the zip code 97229, aka Bethany, Forest Heights, and Rock Creek. And I hope that this should give you some good overall information of the neighborhood. When it comes to 97229, it's probably one of the biggest zip code that is available in the Portland metro area because it's pretty big. It actually, do you see that the red line here? It includes some of the Multnomah County on the east side, somewhere right there. And then it goes over to spill over to the Washington County side too. 97229 is probably one of the top first, second, or third the most expensive real estate in the Portland metro area. It was built like mostly after 1990s. Before that, it used to be a big farmland, and there are a lot of still farmlands available. But starting from 1990, so homes are generally more newer than the rest of the Portland metro area. Because of that, it's mostly residential, and there are a few shopping areas which I'm going to touch on. Reason why it holds the value so well is not only because of their newer homes, but at the same time, it's very close to the major headquarters. So we have Nike down here, and bunch of Intel campuses over here. And then we have the Columbia Sportswear headquarters is right inside of the 97229. Seems to attract those workers from those big companies. Good reputation when it comes to schools as well. There's Sunset High School down here, and then the Westview High School up here. Those are the two main high schools that are attracting a lot of families in this neighborhood. Just to give you an overview of where it's at, the main Portland downtown and the Pearl district is right there. It's about 15-20 minutes northwest of downtown Portland. And so downtown access is really good. And if you need the airport access, the PDX is up there. And without traffic, it takes about 30 minutes to get to the airport. But with the traffic, it could be about 40-50 minutes. Hillsborough Airport, which has actually the hangar for Phil Knight's airplane. If you actually drive by there, you can see the plane displayed inside of display case. I thought it was airplane store at first, but it's actually Phil Knight's private jet. So there are basically two QFCs, one Arborson and then one Safeway. The QFC, the first one, the closest to me is in Bethany Village. It's 24-hour open, which is pretty convenient. The Arborson is north of the Rock Creek neighborhood. The PCC campus is right there, the Portland Community College. The other grocery store is Safeway, right next to the Sunset High School. And then the other one is the Market of Choice on Barnes Road. And there's tiny little shopping where you have restaurants to eat. There's a pub there too. Kizuki, the ramen place, is one of my, top 5 noodle place. Very good. And then one other grocery store is in QFC right there, the entrance of the Forest Heights. So this is somewhere that the Washington County and Multnomah County boundary is. So some part of the Forest Heights right there, it falls into the Multnomah County, which then typically tend to have a higher property taxes comparatively. So it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes to the Cannon Beach. So you basically take this Highway 26 all the way. You can go to the Cannon Beach and Seaside about 1 hour and 20 minutes or so. So you can have a day trip to the beach, get some seafood, dip your toes in the cold water. The Forest Park, which is right there, right about there. And it is one of the biggest urban forest park that is preserved. And so from 97229, it takes like 10-15 minutes to get to any kind of trailheads. And there's like fruit picking farms around here too. There's several that you can go there to pick up, like strawberries and blueberries. I think strawberries season is right now in June. If you play tennis, Sunset Athletic Club, right next to the Sunset High School. It doesn't show on Google Maps for some reason right now, but it's right there. Oh, there it is. Sunset Athletic Club. It says not too busy. And then they actually are building right now. The second location of the Sunset is right on Saltzman, right there. The next to CBS and Insomnia Coffee that just opened up. And then they're building 24-hour fitness down here by the Barnes and then the Cedar Hills Boulevard, right above the Highway 26, which is going to be a pretty big facility based on the size and the building and everything. And then there's another tennis club called West Hills Racket and Fitness Club. And then one other, those two are basically private clubs. There is a public club. Right there on the 158 and Walker, there's Twelton Hills Park and Recreation, and there's like the tennis courts. They hold a lot of like sectional and national tournaments here. Pretty big facility. And then they have a big swimming pool as well. And I think they do competition there. There's a soccer field and baseball field. So it's a really big sports complex, which is pretty much like within 10 minutes range from 97229. One of the central shopping location is in Bethany Village, which is right there. And it has the QFC, Starbucks, Thai restaurant, my favorite gyro place called Levant. There's Walgreen. There's Bethany Public House. So yeah, this is pretty much the center of the 97229 in Bethany section. Right under Rock Creek campus, there is Albertson, which has another small shopping area. So yeah, I hope this gives you some good overall view of the zip code 97229. Some people call it like a Bethany, but it actually includes some of the Forest Heights and Rock Creek as well. And there's a bunch of other like a subdivision names too, but when people say like Bethany, like, you know, the Northwest Portland, they're talking about this neighborhood, this area, I should say. And so if you have any questions or if you'd like to know more about this neighborhood, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to guide you navigating the real estate needs in the 97229. I mean, we service other areas too, but we specialize in this neighborhood right now. Thanks for watching.